Hello Crimson friends! Carson Beck from Georgia commented on Bama, but before the news, subscribe to the channel and keep receiving updates. Let's get to the news. Carson Beck, Georgia's starting quarterback, carries an impressive record with just one blemish on his standout resume. That blemish, occurring on the first Saturday of last December, still echoes 7 months later, according to the report. On the first day of the Manning Passing Academy held in Thibodaux, Louisiana, last week, Beck openly spoke with reporters after a morning session. He didn't hesitate to address the 27-24 loss to Alabama in the 2023 SEC championship game, which knocked the Bulldogs out of the college football playoff. "Obviously, it eats me alive," Beck confessed when asked how the loss affected both him and his teammates. "But it is what it is. A loss like that in such a significant game, you can't just forget. But every season stands on its own." He might not have liked it, but the Bama fans think differently. They continue to hope that the title will come to Georgia. However, we know the strength of Alabama. They will face considerable challenges, including games against Alabama on September 28, Texas on October 19, and Ole Miss on November 9. Beck, who led the team in tough road battles against Auburn, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and Georgia Tech last season, is particularly looking forward to visiting Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium to face the Longhorns. Just like Jalen Milroe did around here. Beck, touted as one of the top picks for the 2025 NFL Draft, accumulated 3,941 passing yards with 24 touchdowns and 6 interceptions last season. However, his performance was contained in the game against Alabama, failing to throw any touchdowns, completing 21 of 29 passes for 243 yards, and suffering 2 sacks. "It would have been incredible if they had expanded the playoff a year earlier," Beck joked, reflecting on last season. "Okay, Beck, but we have Milroe and all the guys on this team who expect to contain Georgia again. Let's move forward." DeMeco Ryans stays connected to Alabama high school football. DeMeco Ryans, currently involved in college football at Alabama, faced an unusual situation on Sunday before his induction into the Senior Bowl Hall of Fame at the Grand Hotel Golf Club and Spa in Point Clear. The media mistook him for the Houston Texans coach. Asked which team he would prefer to see win, the Baltimore Ravens or the Hoover Buccaneers, Ryans responded with a smile, showing his nostalgic side as a former All-State linebacker from Jess Lanier High School. "I would say Hoover, they're our city rivals," Ryans said. "It's always been an exciting game. Jess Lanier, now Bessemer City, has always had a rivalry with Hoover. It was the season opener game. A matchup that always filled us with pride." Although Ryans ended his high school career in 2001 with a season that started with a 14-12 loss to Hoover and ended with a 28-17 elimination to the Bucks in the third round of the AHSAA Class 6A playoffs, he remains deeply connected to Alabama football. Currently, 5 former Alabama high school standouts are part of Ryans' team. Wide receiver Nico Collins from Clay Chalkville. Defensive tackle Marcus Harris from Park Crossing. Offensive tackle Titus Howard from Monroe County. Cornerback Kamari Loss-Sister from Christian Academy. Safety Jimmy Ward from Davidson. "There's something special about Alabama football," Ryans noted. "It's a way of life here. Friday nights, everyone is geared up for the game. It's intense competition with some of the best athletes in the country." Ryans has been working with Loss-Sister and Harris since May when both were drafted by the Houston Texans in 2024, with Loss-Sister being the team's first pick and Harris in the 7th round. Collins led the Texans in receptions with 80 for 1,297 yards and 8 touchdowns in 2023. Although Howard was limited by injuries last season, he has been a key piece since being drafted by the Texans in the first round of 2019, coming from the state of Alabama. Jimmy Ward, in his 11th year in the NFL, followed Ryans to Houston after his hiring as defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. Ryans praised Ward for his intensity, intelligence, and leadership ability on and off the field. After a stellar career at Alabama, where Ryans was an All-American, SEC Defensive Player of the Year, and winner of the Lott Impact Trophy in 2005, he joined the Texans as a second-round draft pick in 2006, beginning a successful NFL career. Ryans, who also played in the 2006 Senior Bowl, ended his playing career with the Texans, being selected to the Pro Bowl twice. After his induction into the Senior Bowl Hall of Fame alongside Marty Lyons, Carson Palmer, Eric Weddle, and Roddy White as members of the class of 2024, DeMeco Ryans continues to make his mark in American football, now as a coach in the NFL. In his first season as head coach, Ryans led the Texans to a 10-7 record in 2023, a notable achievement after Houston had won only 11 games in the previous 3 seasons under different coaches. The Texans made NFL history by becoming the first team to win a division title with a rookie head coach and rookie quarterback, C.J. Stroud, selected as the second overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Despite a promising season, Houston ended their campaign with a 34-10 loss to the Ravens in the NFL playoffs, following an impressive 45-14 victory over the Cleveland Browns in the AFC wildcard round. Ryans was recognized for his success by receiving the NFL Coach of the Year award from the PFWA, Pro Football Writers of America, in 2023, highlighting his impactful debut as the leader of the Texans. Here's to continued success for Ryans. It's another significant addition announced last Tuesday. Kalen DeBoer, in his first full recruiting cycle as head coach of the Crimson Tide, secured the commitment of 4-star tight end Caleb Edwards. Edwards, who plays at Oak Ridge High School in California, announced his decision on social media in partnership with Hayes Fawcett of On3 Sports. He becomes the first tight end committed to the Crimson Tide in the class of 2025. Ranked as the 8th best player at his position and the 159th overall prospect by 247 Sports, Edwards has impressed analysts with his versatility and technical skills. Not only is he an excellent hybrid receiver, but a true tight end who can impact both the passing game, with short and intermediate receptions, and the ground game, demonstrating excellent blocking skills, described Greg Biggins, recruiting analyst for 247 Sports. With strong hands and the ability to separate from linebackers and safeties, Edwards is also praised for his agility and body control. Edwards had an impressive season at Oak Ridge, tallying 44 receptions for 828 yards and 7 touchdowns last season, as recorded by Max Preps. He joins Alabama's class of 2025 commitments as the 20th recruit announced so far, maintaining UA's position as the second-best national class, behind only Ohio in the composite rankings by 247 Sports. Just like Edwards, cornerback Dijon Lee was also recently introduced. Alabama is making a big recruiting splash under DeBoer. I'm excited to see how Edwards and the rest of Alabama's recruits will contribute to the team. It looks like a promising lineup for the future.